afternoon. My name is Yudan Wang. I'm from Chinese Culture Center at San Diego State. Welcome all of you. I'm so honored and happy to invite Mr. Tom Hom to share his story with us. He has 3 books, which he will share with us today. Okay, so let me move on to the next page. Okay, so before we start, I would like to announce 2 upcoming virtual programs from Chinese Culture Center. So on May 23rd, 8 in the evening, we will meet Kung Fu Master Mr. Li Rensong on the Zoom and practice 八段锦 exercise. So it's gonna be very benefit for your body after the dinner. And on the May 28th, in the evening, we have a movie night with kids and adults. It's a cartoon movie, a very nice cartoon movie. All right, so let's go on for, this program is for celebrating Asian Heritage Month, May. So we have our Dean, John from College of Education. He sent us the message about the program.
Welcome. I'm Barry Chung, Dean of the College of Education at San Diego State University. In 1990, George H.W. Bush signed a bill to extend May from 1 week to a whole month of Asian Heritage celebration. And San Diego County has been doing a lot of celebration, all these years. And our Chinese Cultural Center also has quite a few activities in May. This is a very critical time for our country and for our community to do this because of all of the anti-Asian harassment and violence. It's very disheartening to see that happening during the pandemic and even before the pandemic. I think we all need to stand together, support each other, and advocate for anti-racism against Asians. I hope you enjoy the program today. Thank you.
All right, so thank you to our Dean Zhong, send the message to us. So before we start, I would like to announce two rules for our program today. Please mute yourself to respect our program. And if you have any question, please put in the chat box. And I would like to have a group picture. And please turn on your camera and my colleague Chu Dan will take the picture. And let me stop share and can we turn on your camera? Just for a quick picture.
One moment, I'm capturing everybody's smiley face. So let's keep smiling for a few seconds. Nice, you all look very beautiful. One more moment, let me capture another one. Beautiful, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Chudan. All right, so let's meet Mr. Tom Hom. So Tom Hom is a pioneer. In 1963, made San Diego history by becoming the first minority ever elected to the San Diego City Council. Later, he's Chinese American, won a seat in the California State Assembly. Among his many contributions, he helped transfer San Diego Skid Row into a vibrant Gaslamp Quarter historic district and led efforts to establish the San Diego Chinese Historical Museum. And Tom's grandfather arrived in San Diego from China in 1884 as a merchant and returned to China to raise a family. And later, his dad immigrates to San Diego in 1909, and Tom was born in 1927 and raised in Chinatown, and speaking only Chinese. And he quickly assimilated into American culture when he entered elementary school. And in 2014, Tom's memoir was published. It's called Rabbit on a Bumpy Road. Give reader insight as to how immigrant families manage to work together to achieve the American dream. When his father passed away at an early age, leaving a widow and 12 children, the oldest children stepped into run the company business and help send younger ones to college. And inspired by the readers of Rabbit on a Bumpy Road, Tom wrote The Watermelon Story, a lesson from my father. It is a story of love, care, respect, and harmony, which are the elements for building a strong foundation to produce a vibrant family or community. And in 2021, Tom wrote another children's book called Who Will Play With Me? And today, Tom's daughter, Cindy, will be sharing that book later in the program. Thank you so much, Tom. Then I will pass to you.
Oh, thank you, thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, the question by another people have asked, how did I come around writing the book, Rabbit on a Bumpy Road? So anyways, when I was 25 and my late wife was 20, and she kept a diary. She's from Hawaii. She kept a diary. She always tell me, Tom, you ought to write a diary as well. We can always look back in the past that way. So anyway, I did take up writing a diary. So I wrote a diary for 65 years. And later, after a marriage of 48 years, my wife passed away. But before she passed away, she told my 5 daughters, the 5 daughters, and said, she said to my 5 daughters, say, I don't want your father to live alone. I want you to find him a wife to marry again. And I said, gee, I'm so happy. I don't want to get married again. Say, no, girls, you find a nice girl for your father to live, marry again. So anyway, shortly they did find somebody, a wonderful person, Loretta. Loretta is my wife today. And so she also kept a diary. And she said, Tom, you ought to write a book about your life. Because here you are in your 80s now. And I want you to write a book to share it with other people. I think you have an interesting background. I said, a lot of people have interesting background. Anyway, I did write a book, Rabbit on a Bumpy Road. So it's Rabbit because I was born on the year of the rabbit. That's why it's called Rabbit on a Bumpy Road. So anyways, as we go along, we think about the people of Asian islanders and so forth. Things have evolved so much with some concerns. That's what's happening today in the pandemic and so forth. And then so we want to make the most of it by sharing with you that, hey, there is a way that perhaps we can come together as we should come together. So my latest book is Who Will Play With Me? It's about animals. When I was in the hospital at the age of 21 for tuberculosis, TB, the head nurse came to me and said, Tom, I see you are a painter. When I went to the hospital, I took my paint works with me and say, yes, I love to paint. She said, would you do me a favor? I have a son, 12 years old. He loves music. And can you paint 4 animals playing 4 different instruments because my son loves music and loves animals. So I did make a painting for her, but instead of painting 4 animals with 4 instruments, I painted a whole orchestra of 67 animals, different animals, lions, tiger, bear, pig, mouse, and so forth, playing different instruments. So they are in the book. So that's what it's about. So as time went on, I made a copy of it and I put it away. So after 7 years, that was just about 2-3 years ago, a group came to see me. They say, Tom, we know you love to paint. You have all kind of paintings around the house. Can we have an art show? So I said, yeah, okay. We'll have an art show. So in thinking that, I thought of that painting I painted when I was 21 years old. I made a copy of that. So I looked at it and I said, you know, this story about the animals, different animals playing in an orchestra, there's a song for that. I mean, in your mind, it tells you that they are playing in harmony, yet they are predatory and prey, like animals. A lion eat a pig, cat chase a mouse, dog and cat that doesn't get along. And so all these predatory and prey. So anyway, the book is based on that. And so it has been gone very well. My books at this point have been in China, and they have been very well received in China. So I just like to share with you on this. That's the orchestra there. And I'm going to pass this on to Cindy. And Cindy knows this story well because we have talked about it in the family.
Introduce her.
This is my 5th daughter, Cindy Hom. Cindy has a very active background in television and in public publicity work. She interviewed people like Jackie Chan, and she even interviewed our former president, Donald Trump. And she interviewed many people of that sort. She was on national television for many years. So Cindy, this is yours.
Okay, thanks, Dad. I have to tell you, my proudest accomplishment is being the daughter of that man, Tom Hom, being the 5th daughter. I have learned so much from my dad. And just as my father wrote the book, The Watermelon Story, lessons that he learned from his dad, I have learned, along with my siblings, countless stories from my father. And I think one of the most important lessons that I've learned is that character really does count, and that we really do need to respect one another, really, despite our differences, what we look like.
Who will play with me?
And so this is just something I've learned from my dad. And I must also tell you another observation, that at the young age of 94, my dad never shies away from an opportunity to take on a project that he knows will have a really positive effect on his community. And in this case, his community is small. I mean, they're about this high, they're children. And so it is with the greatest pleasure and honor that I read with you my father's 2nd children's book, and it's called Who Will Play With Me?
Who Will Play With Me? Written and illustrated by Tom Hom. Little Frog was smooth and green. She loved music. Music made Little Frog feel calm, warm, and happy. She wanted to make music one day. Mother Frog, which instrument may I play? Little Frog, you may play the drum. The drum will rat-a-tat-tat for all the animals to hear. Little Frog played her drum. Ratty-tat-tat, ratty-tat-tat, ratty-tat-tat went the drum. But she did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Lion was strong, orange, and roared. Little Lion loved music. Music made Little Lion feel calm, warm, and happy. He wanted to play music one day. Mother Lion, which instrument may I play? Little Lion, you may play the piano. The piano hammer will hit the strings and sing do, re, mi for all the animals to hear. Little Lion played his piano. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, do, re, mi. But he did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Panda was roly-poly and black and white. Little Panda loved music. Music made Little Panda feel calm, warm, and happy. He wanted to make music one day. Mother Panda, which instrument may I play? Little Panda, you may play the tuba. The tuba will rumble for all the animals to hear. Little Panda played his tuba. Rumble, rumble, rumble. But he did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Dog was curly and brown. Little Dog loved music. Music made Little Dog feel calm, warm, and happy. She wanted to make music one day. Mother Dog, which instrument may I play? Little Dog, you may play the trumpet. The trumpet will pop-hurrah for all the animals to hear. Little Dog played her trumpet. Pop-hurrah, pop-hurrah, pop-hurrah. But she did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Cat was soft and yellow. Little Cat loved music. Music made Little Cat feel calm, warm, and happy. She wanted to make music one day. Mother Cat, which instrument may I play? Little Cat, you may play the violin. The violin will hum for all the animals to hear. Little Cat played her violin. Hum, hum, hum. But she did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Mouse was tiny and gray. Little Mouse loved music. Music made Little Mouse feel calm, warm, and happy. He wanted to make music one day. Mother Mouse, which instrument may I play? Little Mouse, you may play the flute. The flute will whistle for all the animals to hear. Little Mouse played his flute. Whistle, whistle, whistle. But he did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Rabbit was furry and white. Little Rabbit loved music. Music made Little Rabbit feel calm, warm, and happy. She wanted to make music one day. Mother Rabbit, which instrument may I play? Little Rabbit, you may play the French horn. The French horn will toot for all the animals to hear. Little Rabbit played her French horn. Toot, toot, toot. But she did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Little Fox was mischievous and red. Little Fox loved music. Music made Little Fox feel calm, warm, and happy. He wanted to make music one day. Mother Fox, which instrument may I play?" "Little Fox, you may play the cymbals. The cymbals will clang for all the animals to hear." Little Fox played his cymbals, clang, 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 but he did not feel calm, warm, and happy playing alone. Wise Old Owl wanted to make beautiful music to make the world feel calm, warm, and happy. One day, he asked the animals to play music with him. "Who will play with me?" "Not I," said Little Cat. "I will not play with Little Dog, who doesn't look like me and might chase me." "Not I," said Little Mouse. "I will not play with Little Cat, who is bigger than me and might eat me." "Not I," said Little Rabbit. "I will not play with Little Fox, who is a different color from me and might bite me." "Not I," said Little Panda. "Little Frog lives in a pond and he might jump on me." All the animals said, "Not I. Little Lion might eat all of us." Wise Old Owl listened to the animals and asked, Who will play music if I teach you how to play together?" "I will try," said all the animals. All the animals who differed in size, color, shapes, and where they lived came together to play music. Wise Old Owl held up his baton, and on the count of 1, 2, 3, he led the animals to play their instruments together. As all the animals heard their instruments ratty-tat-tat, do-re-mi, rumble, pa-pa-ra, hum, whistle, toot, and clang, they felt calm, warm, and happy with their new friends as they played beautiful music for the world to hear. The end.
The crux of the story.
So-
This story tells you how animals can come together and make music together. This is like the world today. The world has all kinds of different people. We have white, black, yellow, brown, tan, and so forth. Each one of these different cultures, each one of these people culture have music. But they play separately. What we need is have music playing together, and so they can learn to love together. So this is something that it was painted for that reason, to share different cultures.
Oh, so
You done?
Yes.
Let's see.
is there going to be an opportunity for people to,
Let's see. Did I get the message across regarding the people, the race of people we have on Earth?
yes, you did.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you. I want to thank you, Cindy, first for such a beautiful story film with a wonderful voice. I just love the film so much. And thanks for our storyteller, writer, Tom Hom, gives such a meaningful story behind the book. I would like to go to the Q&A session. So anyone have a question? you can just turn on your microphone and talk directly, or
Who will play with
I'm sorry, and you can just put in the chat box. And if Chudan can propose the chat box question for us, that would be great. Is there any question there?
So far, I don't see any questions from the chat box. I saw a lot of comments. Oh, we got a question from Gail Hom. Her question is, what will you write next?
What will you write next?
Well, I'm 94. I'm not sure when I'll be around to write the next one, but I'll be looking for something.
That's beautiful. Very nice. I have a question, Tom Hom. So you have animals in your book. Is there any special meaning behind the animals, or you just random select the animals in your book?
Well, I kind of took them. Well, I was in the hospital when I painted the animals, so I had some limitations as to the different kinds of animals. But I took out the animal book at the library at the hospital, and that's how I chose the different animals.
I saw that there is a question about, is there a teacher's guide? Daughter Phyllis, who is a retired teacher, did write a teacher's guide, and it's in limited edition, but we would certainly be willing to share that for any teacher who would like to use this in the classroom. We know from earlier conversations that children aren't born to hate. They learn to hate, and usually it's from adults. So in order for us to raise children who will be open to all races and all people, of races and people, we really have to start at the very early ages, like first kindergarten and first grade. And that's what these two books, The Watermelon Story and Who Will Play With Me, were written for that purpose. So if we have time, you might want to have people share their thoughts about this. I don't know how much time we have more, but it looks like we do have time. Is that right? You done?
Yes, we have time.
Yeah. So I asked the question. I'm not getting gallery view, so I don't see people. Is there a way to get gallery view? Yeah.
So you have to start sharing to get the view for
Sure,
you.
yes.
Okay, now we have gallery view. Okay, that's better, so that we can actually have people let us know what you thought of the story, and does it ring true for the era that we're now experiencing, you know, of so much divisiveness based upon ethnic background. I guess you can unmute yourself if you would like to weigh in on that question. No?
I would like to say something. I'm Nora Newbern, and I am the eldest daughter of Tom. And what I really, to be quite frankly, this is the first time I have really read the book with Cindy commentating. And it really brought the story to life with her wonderful ability to assume the characters of all the animals. But I think this book is especially appropriate during the pandemic and the isolation that our country has faced, because right now people have been separated, and then there have been many protests. And I know the Asians for really all over the world and here in America for over a century have had intolerance towards them, as every new immigrant race has. But I think it's especially important now for when children are learning online, for children returning to the classroom to learn we're all different. We all come from different homes. We all play different music, but we can play nicely together and love one another. And I think right now, this is exactly what America needs. Thanks, Dad. And thanks, Cindy, for a beautiful presentation, for making it come alive.
Thank you.
Nora.
Share a quick
Such a
thought,
nice
please. I've read the story and heard the story a number of times, and it is sneakily complex because I get something new out of it every time. Literally every time there's something new. I say, boy, that Tom is a smart guy. And what I got out of it this time was where the animals come from is important. Before I had heard, you know, the race, the color, the fluffy dog and that type of thing. But obviously you wrote that as country of origin, and that's important. But I think it could also mean someone comes, you know, they live in a poor part of town, or they live in a nice part of town, or they're from China. Just an interesting aspect of the story I picked up this time that I haven't before. Tom, if you have any comment, I'd be happy for it. Otherwise, it's just an observation. And thank you.
Respond to that.
Thank you.
Well, we hope that this is a story that will resonate, especially for teachers. And I've shared these books with Eddie Park at Dobie Bluff School, and he's invited us to come and share the story with their students.
Oh, about 6,000 of these books have been circulated in China schools now. So I just want to share that.
May I jump in?
Yes.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry. I'm Phyllis. I'm the teacher that is so proud to have Tom Hom as my father. And yes, I made a teacher's guide for Dad. And it starts off with a parent letter that the teachers could send to the parents, talking about social studies and intertwining this book with literacy for the young children, but also the importance of character education, because I think that's so unfortunately lacking now, and we see that in the world. And to touch on what Nora said with the pandemic, we all really need to embrace our differences and celebrate how we are all different physically, emotionally, intellectually, but that there is a common thread that we all want to live together in peace and harmony. And even what's happening right now, you know, in the Middle East, and the Gaza Strip and Israel and Palestinian and just within the United States politically. So I think it all starts at a very young age, that we embed in children the importance of self-worth. And with that comes a natural thread into accepting others and celebrating their differences. So Dad, what an excellent message. And in the teacher's guide, I wrote in one paragraph for the parents from the teacher if they choose to send a letter. Although the book appears simplistic in nature, it has far-reaching audiences for its pertinent themes regarding the value of teamwork, overcoming prejudicial fears, attaining friendship, and ultimately living in harmony. So Cindy, beautiful reading, and Dad, thank you so much for spreading this wonderful message.
Mhm. And if I could say something, as I was, reading the book, I thought of my father as the wise old owl, who he's always been so wise and thoughtful and inclusive. And in an orchestra, there may only be one conductor, but in the real world, we should take it on ourselves to all be conductors and spread harmony.
Is there was a message about people in the waiting room?
Oh, I don't say that.
We don't have people. Do we have people in the waiting room? I don't see the people. No, we're good. Any comments or questions?
Oh, and then I'll share. I just wanted to say that as a young person, I've grown up in this generation where people, especially the youth, are very prone to speak up when they don't see something's right. And I think it's very important to embed this, like, showing how diversity is beautiful in young kids. So if they ever come across, like, see racism, they'll be able to be leaders and speak up for that.
All right, thank you for your comment. So I think we run out of the time. I would like to wrap up very quick. Thank you for coming today, for joining us for such a wonderful story time. Thanks for Cindy for the story movie. I just love to watching it again. And thank you for Tom Hom and Loretta for supporting us and give us such a opportunity to this program. Thank you. I want to share one more slide for our coming events. So we hope you can join us next Sunday for the exercise Kung Fu and a cartoon movie night. All right, thank you so much. We want to wish you have a good afternoon and weekend. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yudong,
Thank you so much.
for
You.
for all the people who worked on this. It was fun, and thank you for your support and interest, all of you. Thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
job, Dad.
Hi, Cindy, can I have a question before we
sure,
log
Dawn.
off? So
Yeah.
I got a question that people are interested to have your story film. Will be okay to post in the public? Like
Yes, Dad, do you feel fine with that? To have the little video out in the public?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, sure. It is, Yudong, that would be an honor to have it out there.
That would be great. Thank you. So
Okay.
I would like more kids, young people to watch the video. That's so fantastic.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much. Have a good
Bye.
afternoon.